Shout out to the light-skinned thugs, yo.
Whatever. My daddy was cool. She said the Expo on the left. If I go up on the left, we finna die. So we going over here. Oh shit. So we about to go to this Expo with Shaun T. Finna
Be ready.
die.
My ankles out. It's cold.
Got the full hair down. The hair is looking kind of rusty, but I'm trying to get cute and sweating. So we shall see. Oh no, we ain't VIP. Oh, okay, okay. Here we are at the Women's Expo. Finna sweat. It's just a warm up. We done already.
It doesn't really bother you going out here at all to see this?
Not really. I don't really know what to expect. So
I understand that.
But it's weird.
I can understand that, I guess.
Yeah.
First time, right?
No,
That you've been
yeah.
out.
It's the first time. Seeing my daddy. Just 3 months ago, my daddy died from a disease called PSP, which stands for Progressive Supranuclear Palsy. It's been surreal. My dad was just great. He pushed me to be great. He wanted me to succeed in life. He was so full of life, so charismatic, so funny. He would keep you laughing for hours on end. But it was crazy because I wanted to tell you, we went to the Expo today. And
take exit 205, then keep right at the fork.
There was this there was this lady there. She was on stage. It was a medium. So I was just letting her see what she talking about. So we go and sit down, and she's already talking.
Keep right at the fork.
Sick.
She's already talking about somebody else's life, and basically she like goes off of feelings and stuff.
Merge onto Virginia 33 West, then use the left 2 lanes to turn left onto US 60 East.
We need a bit.
Use the left 2 lanes to turn left onto US 60 East.
Okay. But she was basically going off of like feelings and vibes and things that she could feel.
Continue on US 60 East for 4 miles.
Sickness.
Is you done or is you done? Alright.
I'm done. Make a left.
Like we had caught the tail end of it. We had just sat down as she was like kind of wrapping up. And she was scanning the room. And she saw me, Joanna, Mama, and Key. And she looked at us. She was just like, something was making me stop you for. It's crazy. And she said, she looked at me and she's like, she said, are y'all family? And I said, pointed to me and Mama. I was like, me and yes, we are. And at this point, they handed the microphone to me, put me on the spot. I was like, God, I hate hearing myself over a microphone. I sound country, I don't know what. But she gave me the microphone, and she asked me my name. She asked me how old I was. She was like, it's crazy, you look so young. I was like, yeah, I do. But,
Terrible.
And then she was like, I feel like there's this energy behind you, this crazy energy behind you. And she was like, you're creative. You're creative, aren't you? She was like, I can see there's so much that you have going on. In the past 2-3 years, a lot of things may have not worked out for you. But she said, come the end of 2019 to 2020, she was like, it's going to blow up for you. She was like, I'm trying to get to know you now because it's really going to get big for you. And I was just like taken aback. I started trembling. I was just like, what? And she was like, and your grandfather, is he passed? Talking to Mama, she was like, your father, he passed, right? She was like, yeah. And she was like, I can feel him speak, like feel him. He's pushing. inspiration to me as far as pushing me to do and whatever, be entrepreneurial and go after whatever. And she was like, he was very quiet man. He didn't really talk a lot, but he loved his family, right? And mama was just like mouth all open because grandpa he didn't talk much, but he didn't really have to. He did it with his actions, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So she was just going and telling us about like 2020 is definitely things are going to be crazy big for you and all this kind of stuff. She was like, you tend to be quiet sometimes too, and sometimes you hold back because you're trying to stay in the safe zone. She was like, don't. She was like, you need to get out that bubble and move forward because you're going to be huge. And I was just like, looking at her, I was just like, it's crazy. And then she,
6 south.
now you wouldn't talk. But it literally scared me. That leg was like shaking. And because all the stuff she was saying, like, we literally sat there. I never talked to this woman before. She was telling me how creative and the business pursuits
Turn right
and
onto
stuff that I
Virginia
want to do.
106 south. Virginia 609 south.
And she was just like, it's just going to pop off for you. And it's just like, it's crazy because, you know, I'm starting this vlog and whatnot. Like, it wasn't from a negative place or a bad place because, you know, a lot of people are skeptical of going to psychics and mediums. I don't, because I don't like to mess with all that, but that was crazy. But I guess it just gives me more confirmation of doing what I need to do. Not that I needed it, but because I'm doing it, but it was just crazy.
As for me, I don't look. I guess I never look for confirmation from anybody.
Yeah, you
I guess
just keep moving.
I just keep moving. That's all I know how to do.
But I know that if you heard that from a complete stranger who knew nothing about you, especially if she tapped into like people you knew, people who were dead and gone, it would have messed you up. It would have given you something to think of. Okay, cool, all right.
I would have liked to hear something like that.
Yeah, you like to hear it, but it was just crazy. Cause I don't know. He was diagnosed with PSP in 2013. We started noticing little things. His walk changed, his speech changed, and he couldn't move his eyes as easily as he used to. One day I confronted him after taking a look at some of his prescription bottles. Basically, Daddy tried to keep this under wraps in the beginning, but when we started to worry, I looked up the long medical names on those bottles to find out what exactly they were treating. And I ran across Parkinson's, which scared me to say the least. PSP is very similar to Parkinson's, but a lot more rare. Progressive meaning it would get worse over time. My initial thoughts were denial and anger. I was angry because maybe this could have been prevented. In denial that my daddy was sick. A strong daddy who never let anything get in his way. Had gotten sick.
How was you and your dad's relationship? Like, what? Was it really good? Was it like
Close, we were friends, we were goofy with each other, we were fools. That's where I get my sense of humor from, Daddy. He was loud and boisterous and real outgoing. The last thing that I can remember my daddy saying to me was, I'll always be her friend. He told me that in 2017. That was the last thing he said to me. Because you know, after he got sick, he couldn't talk much anymore. And it stuck with me since. So that was the roughest part, definitely not being able to converse with him. Even though he could hear me, I always try to talk to him. Even though he couldn't respond back, I try to tell him about my day, things going on in my life and stuff, so he can stay in the know. And he would like respond with like little facial expressions.
I was gonna ask that as he respond. Did he ever laugh at anything you ever told him?
He would laugh at some things, but he just sometimes like scrunch his face up and stuff if I said something to him, or that's pretty much it. Saturday mornings we go out early to the flea market and scrounge around for like stuff. That's where I get it from. Daddy would come to my room and wake me up. Nudge it. He'd take one finger and like poke me. There we come. And I just be like, Daddy, come on. It'd be like around what, 8? And I just be like, but I would get up. We go to the flea market.
Now you love your sleep.
Yeah, I give sleep, especially on the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We go to the flea market, find some stuff, and then maybe we find another flea market or somewhere else, and then we go to get something to eat. It'd either be some type of buffet or somewhere with a coupon. Great American Steak Buffet, go to Corral, and I don't know, or stop and get some pork rinds and something from the gas station and keep it moving. And then we would go to like the pet store so I could play with the pet bunnies and puppies. Yeah, Dad and I would just go and try and find something cheap and fun to do, because our conversation pretty much hold us throughout anything. Daddy used to like write poetry and have a different way of looking at things and put it into words, so I feel like he'd be proud to see where I am now. And I knowing him, he'd probably still be pushing, you need to get your real estate license, you need to do this, you need to do that. Made it right. Honestly, when he died, it gave me motivation to start the whole vlog thing, because it gave me something to talk about that was meaningful. I wanted to create something that was memorable, meaningful, something that could help maybe somebody else that's going through something. Like when you go through stuff, those are the best stories, So that pushed me honestly to start this whole thing. Like I have his picture saved on my computer, the screensaver. Every time I pull it up, I see it. It's just like, it's surreal, like he's really gone. But it's another reminder to keep it moving forward. It's crazy when it happens to you.
Yeah, I know.
It's just so weird. That was the hardest part. Realizing that I wasn't his little girl anymore. That I was going to be put to the test to see how strong I really was. Watching your loved one deteriorate over time, it's unexplainable. I always feared the day I would have to lay my parents to rest. You can never, honestly, truly be prepared for that. I don't want to be standing up on top of you, Daddy. It's crazy. It's the closest I'll get to touching you. So weird. You're not here anymore. But still feel you. I'm still trying to make you proud, Daddy. I miss you a lot. It's also unreal sometimes. Like, I feel like I'm two people. One person lives and carries out tasks while the other watches and hopes and prays that everything will be alright. I don't know how I got through it. Mama always told me and my brother to keep moving forward. Life happens. There's no need to dwell on things you can't change. One of my main goals in life is to make my mama and my daddy proud. To know that their creation is doing good in this world. To know that I'm creating a legacy, an unforgettable one at that, for my family. I do it for my family. I do it for me, of course, but I am my family. I was created with the purpose to create, to be creative, to contribute something great to this crazy world. I wish you could have stayed just a little while longer, Daddy. I wish you could walk me down the aisle to give me away to my future husband. I wish you could be here to meet your grandchildren. I wish you could be here with me. I know you're probably watching over us. You're probably still in this house. I aim to use your wisdom to guide me in the right direction. I aim to use your intellect to make sound decisions. I aim to always keep a giving heart, knowing that it's so much more meaningful to bless others. I promise to never give up on my dreams, no matter how hard things may get. I promise, Daddy, I'll make you proud. Love, Blair.